So we're here today with Tanner Scales, a world-renowned streamflow scientist, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So how do you explain streamflow?
Well, a stream can usually flow in one of two ways. There's laminar flow and turbulent flow. Laminar is where the stream is smooth, slow-moving, and straight. Turbulent flow is more common type, and it says a stream that's a lot wilder with more movement like rapids. They tend to have a swirling motion and may oftentimes have whirlpools. A stream that may appear to be calm and smooth on top might in fact be turbulent at the bottom of the stream bed, where most of the eroding occurs.
So how does velocity relate to a stream?
The velocity is the time it takes for a stream to travel in 1 unit of time. These velocities vary from 1 kilometer to 30 kilometers per hour. The velocity of a stream is defined by 3 main categories: gradient, shape, size, and roughness of the channel, and discharge.
So you mentioned gradient. What is a gradient?
Gradient is basically the path a stream takes in terms of elevation. The steeper the gradient, the higher the velocity because it's flowing downhill. It's basic gravity. As a stream on a flat plane might not have a high velocity because there's no momentum pushing it forward.
So what's the size, shape, and roughness of this channel of the stream flow?
These affect how much friction the water encounters, which affects the velocity. Large channels have efficient flow because less water is in contact with the channel itself. A narrow, curvy channel with many obstacles may be more turbulent because of all the friction the water is taking off.
So what's discharge?
Discharge is the amount of water in a stream that flows out into a larger body of water. The greater the discharge, the greater the velocity. This aspect varies based on the amount of precipitation.
Wouldn't that affect the erosion then?
Yeah, well, erosion is basically the ability of a stream to chip away at the rock and other sediment of the channel and carry it downriver and out. The amount of sediment a stream can erode is based on its competence and capacity. Competence being based on velocity and capacity based on size. Over years and years, streams can chip away at the earth so that its valleys become deep. Erosion can also come from an exterior source, such as rainfall. The heavy rains can waft sediment from a stream channel into the stream to be carried away.
So is there like a limit on how much you can erode?
Yes, it's called the base level. It usually occurs at the point where the stream empties out into a larger body of water.
What types of streams erode more sediment?
Meandering stream and braided streams generally take the most sediment. Meandering tend to take away the clay and silt and are deep and smooth. Braided channels often bend and wind through the land. They are wide and shallow and carry the sand.
So what about the transportation of the sediment?
Well, there's 2 types of loads. There's the dissolved load, which has a lot of loose sand and gravel distributed throughout the stream. And then there's a suspended load, which is when it carries large visible portions like clay, and a bed load, which carries the very heavy sediments such as boulders.
Well, that's wrapping up our TV interview. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Me too.